I missed your wedding,
You did.
which was also my brother's wedding.
More importantly, your brother's wedding.
Well, arguably. And that was 2 years ago now, and I feel like we never sat down and talked about that.
Well, if we want to think back to it, so actually the day I got my wedding dress, people are probably going to hate this too, that you told me you were pregnant on that day.
Oh, yeah.
But she was very intentional about it. She let me pick out my wedding dress, and I got to have the whole experience. And the very last thing of the day, you told us you were pregnant, because that's the first time we'd seen you in a long time.
I think we were leaving town.
Yeah, you were leaving. You got in that day, and you were leaving town that day, and you wanted to tell us in person. So I was like, afterwards, I was like, that was so kind for her to let me have my morning and not say first thing and then all the attention. You were sneaking with the champagne with your mom and stuff, because you had told her beforehand. So you had told us then. So I knew you were pregnant when I was like, okay, if we think about the timeline here, it might be around my wedding. Before then, actually, I asked you to be my bridesmaid over FaceTime. I said, just don't be pregnant at my wedding.
I remember that.
I felt so bad after I found out you were pregnant.
No.
Because I was like, oh my gosh. I think I texted you. I think probably that day. I was like,
yeah.
Or maybe it was in the day I said it. I was like, hey, I didn't mean that. If you're pregnant at my wedding, it's okay. And so I already thought that was going to be a possibility. And then when you told us you were pregnant, I was like, okay.
Crap.
This is probably going to line up with when our wedding is. She's probably not going to be able to travel. Is she going to have the baby here? You weren't in Phoenix yet, so I didn't know where you were going to end up, if you were going to be in Phoenix or if you were going to have the baby in St. Louis or Quincy or something and be able to go. And I don't know when we officially talked about, but I was even talking to the venue. I was like, is there other open dates in this time zone that we could maybe move it up or move it back so that you could be there? Because I knew it was important for you. Also, I wanted you to be there for my wedding.